privilege to start the post-lunch proceedings with a very special address by Shri V.S. Sundaresan, the Executive Director of SEBI. Before we invite him on the podium, let me share with you some details about Mr. Sundaresan, who realistically needs no introduction at all, a very prominent figure, not only as far as the SEBI itself or the indices are concerned, but for the overall economic and commerce landscape, ecosystem of India. But still, Shri V.S. Sundaresan took charge as the Executive Director in SEBI on December 9, 2019. Prior to his promotion as the Executive Director, he was working as Chief General Manager in Inquiries and Adjudication Department in SEBI, with more than 30 years of experience in development, regulation, and protection of interest of investors in Indian securities market. He has worked in various departments in SEBI. He was the head of the investigations department till July 2019, has supervised more than 500 investigation cases on market manipulation, insider trading, takeover of companies, public issues, collective investment schemes, compliance with continuous listing requirements, etc. His past assignments also include formulation and enforcement of regulations on issuance of securities, listing, takeover of companies, buyback and delisting, trading, clearing and settlement, risk management, dematerialization, registration and supervision of stockbrokers. Mr. Sundaresan has been a member of various SEBI and interregulatory committees, a graduate in commerce. He holds a post-graduation in finance and human resources and a degree in law. He is also a certified associate member of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands up. Let's give a resounding welcome to Mr. V.S. Sundaresan, the Executive Director of SEBI.
Good afternoon to all of you. I thank IBJA, the Eventai, and other sponsors of this program for inviting me to share some of my thoughts on this subject today. Generally, as a regulator, when people come, they talk about what is the regulation and how to comply with that. But today, I am going to market the regulator's role. So I am going to do a marketing job. That is what I have proposed to do in my 15-20 minutes of this session. So, how is the international economy going through today? We are here to speak about gold. But as we all know, in the last 2 years, we had COVID problem. Now, after the COVID problem, this Russian-Ukraine war has come. So, the World Bank has shown a very gloomy report, highlighting the various risks which are, in the system, especially whether it is in the developing economies or in the developed economies. The problems are so, complicated that the people are afraid that there will be a stagflation. So far, we know only about inflation. Now they are worried about stagflation. They are thinking that the economy will not grow for next 3 to 4 years. Even whatever the growth which they have projected so far, they are expecting that it is going to come down to, from what they projected about 5% growth will come down to 2.1% like that. So basically, we are all in a position where the future is likely to be so uncertain. But the silver lining is that when the report compares the world economy to 1970s when there was a recession, today we are in a far better position because of technology. What was not there available in 1970s when there was a big recession, today we are far, far better off because of technology. So this technology has given us a lot of hope, and that is how during COVID time, none of the business was shut. The business was going on, the economy was somehow surviving. Of course, there was certain dislocation, but we were all learned what are the new ways of doing business. So, though the economy projection is not so good, but there are silver lining for us. But this clearly shows that how the gold price has been moving in the last 3 years when there were lot of uncertainties in every economy, whether it is starting from the Europe to Australia, from east to west, there was so much of uncertainties, but the gold price but always moving ahead despite all these problems. But when the equity market was stabilizing and equity market was doing well, the gold price was coming down. But now you see again the gold price is moving. So what it indicates is that gold as a product is always liked by the people. Gold as a product is always close to the heart of the people, and people do not give up that gold from trading in the gold. People are so possessive of gold, and that is what the price indicates, that the volatility is there, but still the volumes always exist. Now, as far as India is concerned, what is India's supply of gold is mainly from import. And we are, less than 1% of our gold is generated locally, and entire remaining 99% is coming from imports. But what we are actually today, despite, importing so much of gold, we are not the price setters, we are only the price takers. That is where the government of India is very much concerned. That is where, as a regulator, SEBI is concerned. That is why these international bullion exchanges also come. We want to move away from price taker to price setter. Because if that is not happening, then there is so much of gold we are importing, but we are not able to dictate the price. As we see from the statistics, 25% of the gold demand is used in India. That means India and China are the largest consumer of gold. And we all know that during COVID time, how the gold was being considered as a very useful asset because of the intrinsic value, and people felt that it is always good to have gold at any point of time. Now, this clearly shows that whether there is inflation or not, whether there is stagflation, people in India at least are very close, gold is very close to their heart. You see, in the last 3 months itself, so much of gold has been imported, and it continues to happen. Year after year, it is showing so much of increase. That shows that the consumption of gold is always right in India, and India has a very big market for the entire world. So this is one aspect where we as an Indian have to take advantage of this momentum and ensure that whatever physical gold which is lying, which is being put into productive use. Now, as I said, the way India and China are the biggest consumer of gold, and this clearly highlights the share of India and China in the, the amount of gold which is being liked and used by the Indian and Chinese people. Now, this talks about the trading of gold. As we see, definitely there is an interesting, any other contract, if you compare, whether it is S&P, Sensex, what is the return given, especially in the last 3 years or last 1 year as compared to the last 10 years, MCX gold trading has given close to 9% of return, whereas government bonds have given almost 1%. However, the BGG commodities, but of course that involves a big basket, so that cannot be directly compared. If you compare the MCX gold, which is the second largest return which is providing. So what it tries to indicate, and what I am trying to say, is that there is scope and there is an interest in Indian system for the gold and also the gold trading. Now, having seen all these things, what is the government does? We have to make use of this. Now, the government is worried. That is what the Economist, if you see, the Economist carried an article about a couple of months back. It says that the largest 3 NBFCs saw their assets jump by 32%, 25%, and 61% year on year in 2020. Despite the pandemic taking over the entire globe, people the NBFCs which were dealing in gold were actually doing a big business. So what it clearly shows is gold as an asset is very, very close to the heart of the people. So gold is something where there is so much of demand. Therefore, there is a big market for gold. And that clearly shows that irrespective of whether there is pandemic or otherwise, people either consume gold in the form of investment or in the form of consumption, whichever you call it, they is very close to the gold. But then it poses a big problem to the government. Because since we are importing 99% of the gold, we have to spend our foreign exchange in using the foreign exchange to make payment for that. So that is why recently also government has increased the rate for the increased the import duty on the gold. But despite that, what you are seeing is the import is not stopping, and the gold which is being consumed is only on the increase. Now, these are all the initiatives by the government. As I said, because there is so much of demand, government, even in 2018, thought that how to transform India's gold market by using the Make in India, so that the refiners will be accredited, and the gold which can be recycled, the gold which are being lying idle, if it can be recycled and brought to the usage, that is one way of making India. And of course, the second one is financialization of gold. And the tax and duty structure, as I already said, they have increased the duty on the import, so that the import cost will be more, and therefore there will be less import. But I am doubtful whether this is going to succeed. As I said, there is so much of demand that people are not going to stop. And of course, skill development and tech upgradation. Now, keeping this financialization of gold is very important. And that is why, as we say, what happened yesterday was that international bullion exchange was facilitated, and that is actually going to show the way for us. Because that is how the India gold market is going to be shown to the world market, and therefore it is expected that India will get transformed, and there will be a proper market here. So far, the market is in a very, fragmented way. We hope that in India international bullion market, once it grows, there will be an interest that will be shown, and we want to develop the market within India as well. So, and technology has shown us the way. If you see, during the COVID time, we all have understood how the technology can help us. We never thought that gold can be bought through online. And every one of us know that digital gold has become so popular that people can, buy gold even for 50 rupees, for 100 rupees, and that is how the demand is being met by the small people. Therefore, taking cue from that, what SEBI has proposed to do is, of course, Government of India made the announcement last year, how to bring a spot market on the exchange. So that is where the role of SEBI comes into play. This is one of the very important initiatives taken by the government, so that the trading in gold will come on the electronic trading platform, and that will provide or facilitate people to trade with the idle gold. Because keeping the gold in idle form is not going to serve any purpose, and it is not good for the economy as well. Therefore, we have proposed to bring a sort of trading of gold on the platform, which will help the people to make use of the idle gold. So keeping that in mind, what we have proposed to do is that there was a budget announcement, all of you know about that, and therefore SEBI took the initiative to convert the physical gold into an electronic gold receipt. And we want that receipt to be traded like we all know in India, how we trade in demat shares, how the shares are traded in the market. So, how shares are traded in the market, in the same concept, we have conceived converting the physical gold into an electronic trading, electronic receipt, and we have, registered the vaults, and we have given the transaction flow that once the gold is converted into electronic receipt, the electronic receipt will get dematted into the depository participants or the demat account of the consumer, and thereafter it will be facilitated in the form of trading on the stock exchange. So, the movement of physical gold can get restricted, but electronic gold receipt has been already notified as a security, similar to the way we buy shares and bonds in the market today. We can buy electronic gold receipt in the stock exchange in the days to come. So the idea is that the gold which is otherwise lying idle can be deposited into a vault, and the vault will issue the EGR, and the EGR can get traded on the stock exchange. Now, the framework is like this. Any stock exchange can start a new segment, as you all already might have read in the media, that BSC has already applied for the permission. SEBI has already granted the permission, and they are ready with the software. They are waiting for the what you call the marketing to be done. And once the marketing efforts bear fruit, the gold is expected to be deposited in the vault, and the EGRs will get generated, and the trading will start. As I told in the first tranche, deposit of gold into the vault and creation of EGR. Then the EGR will get traded on the stock exchange. Then if someone wants the physical gold, the EGR can be converted into the physical gold by surrendering it to the vault, and then the gold can be taken out of the vault for any purpose. So the product denomination has also been already notified by SEBI. The entire framework is put in place. What will be the delivery volume? What will be the delivery size? What will be the trading lot? All those things are being notified in principle. It is for the stock exchange to make an assessment of the demand from the market. Based on the market demand, they can specify what will be the trading lot, what will be the delivery lot, and how to go about that. So the important aspect we have done in this new system is that the fungibility and the interoperability of the vault. Because the original concern was that if a person deposits gold in vault A and converts that gold into a EGR and trades in the system, and somebody who buys that EGR from the stock exchange, is it necessary that he has to go back to the vault A to claim the physical gold? That was the original proposal, but what we felt was that will only add to the cost. Somebody who deposited the gold in Delhi and somebody buys the EGR in Chennai, he need not have to go to Delhi to get the gold. We have provided, with the consent of the vaults which are providing these services, the interoperability and fungibility, and that is how this picture shows that if there are three vaults, that is, which creates the EGR, vault 1, vault 2, and vault 3, and somebody who buys and gives in a stock exchange trading platform. Now, the EGR which is created by vault A, which is being sold by Mr. P, can be bought by Mr. X, and he can go to vault B. It is not necessary, because all the gold which is accepted in the vault of standard size, that is one of the biggest advantage of this platform, that the consumer or the EGR holder can go to the nearest vault of his choice and then claim the gold by surrendering the EGR. It is not necessary that the person who created the gold from vault X and vault A has to be going back to that vault only to claim the gold. So the B can go to vault A, or C can go to Mr. Y can go to vault C. It is absolutely fungible, and interoperability has been provided. What we are hoping is that this will facilitate the trading and delivery of gold, and it will reduce the cost. Because ultimately, if it is not cost efficient, people will prefer to keep the gold in the form of physical gold only. We want to bring the physical gold, convert it into electronic form, digital form, and we want that to be traded. And for that purpose, if it is not cost efficient, it will not be possible to sell the idea. Therefore, with the consent of the market participants, and this facility has been provided, and all the vaults, whoever has, so far 2 vaults have already got registration from SEBI. They have got more than 400 to 500 centers all over India. They have agreed to accept the gold in all those places, and at the same time give delivery in those places. The only problem here is that in that particular vault, there should be that size of the gold. That is a challenge. But of course, they are assuring that they will provide all sizes of bar at a minimum quantity, so that it is not that all the sizes are available only in one place, then the purpose of this interoperability may not be served. The vault managers have confirmed to us that they will ensure availability of gold at certain specific denominations in all these 400 to 500 centers all over India. Now, as I said, the withdrawal has been made very easy. All existing branches of vault managers are allowed to provide us, acceptance as far as withdrawal of gold, and all these vaults, the vault has been already registered, and they will be, vault managers have already been registered with SEBI. They will collect, they will generate the EGR, and clearing corporation will engage the assaying people. They will ensure that the quality of the gold which is accepted as far as delivered of second standard, and there will not be any problem to the investor just because the gold is deposited in one place and it is withdrawn at other place. There will not be any disparity in the quality, and the vault managers will be responsible for ensuring that the correct quality and the correct weight, everything will be delivered to them. And it is the responsibility of the clearing corporation as well to accredit such type of refiners to ensure that whatever is the quality which is coming in or which is going out of standard delivery, and there will not be any dispute on that. Similarly, as far as logistics is concerned, we have tried our best to provide as much of minimum inconvenience to the people. That is why we have said you can go and withdraw the gold from the place which is closer to your place. But of course, the moment it is out of the vault, the responsibility will be of the investor. The vault will not take responsibility for the quality or the weight of the gold. And the investor is expected to use his own vault services, logistical services, to take it to his own place. Because this is what the ecosystem we have provided. Now, one of the issues which is still not resolved is on GST, stamp duty, STT, and all these related issues. SEBI is working with the government of India. As you know, GST, there are already so many issues taking place that 5-year that period is over. The states wants the extension of that. So the revenue department is busy with such a big problems rather than for them it may not be on priority. But SEBI, as well as this IBJ, has been engaging with the Department of Revenue, with the Ministry of Finance. We have already had multiple discussions. We are trying our best to provide what is the best tax ecosystem for this purpose, so that this EGR, the trading in EGR takes effect, and all the gold which is lying idle is expected to be converted into digital, and hopefully that it will also create a good asset class for the investors. Today, unfortunately, everybody is going and buying equity share, and we all know how the equity share market is also heating up. So the purpose is we want to enable diversification of risk for the investors and create another asset class. So in commodity, we have chosen with gold. If this product achieves good success, traction, then there is every possibility that similar concept can be introduced for silver and other precious metals as well. So this is one of the efforts SEBI has put in place, and I hope that the people who are here will be interested to take this market forward. As I said at the beginning, normally the regulator comes and speaks on regulation, but I am now come here to market this product. I want all the people sitting here who are, who are all big business people, should encourage your people to convert gold into EGR, and wherever possible trading should be facilitated, so that we move to the next level. So far people are very happy with the physical gold. There is another way of holding the gold. Earlier we were having jewelry. Many people started having in the form of small coins. Now we should move to the next digital. As we all are so much used to the digital system today, I don't think anybody carries more than 1,000 or 2,000 rupees in their pocket today. Everybody carries their mobile. Because with the QR code you can make any payment. There is no restriction at all. And therefore, there is a system that even we don't have to keep the gold in our lockers. We should keep the gold in the form of EGR, so that it comes in the DMAT system. And as most of us will be having the DMAT account, this will also show as one of the asset class in the system. And it will facilitate the economy to reduce the burden of paying so much of money for this import of gold. And all the unused gold can be brought into the system by sending it to the refinery, and then refining it, bringing it to the vault, and then putting it to proper use. So I hope that we will take advantage of this, but maybe, the way in which SEBI has done this process in about 9 months' time, we may take some more time for people to accept this system framework, and I hope that in the next few months to come, there will be some beginning, and hopefully this product, achieves the success which it was expected to be introduced in the system. I once again thank IBJ and the organizers for inviting me and sharing on this. Thank you very much.
सर एक क्वेश्चन था, कैन आई सर? जो ईजीआर डीमेट फॉर्म में हो गए, उस ईजीआर का ऑफ मार्केट में क्या होगा?
It can be done like any other equity share.
No, just like ETF, you only sell buy on a ETF
Yes,
also.
it is allowed.
But in EGR also the same way?
Yes, same way. EGR, yes, it is like any other product. The price is there, it can be transferred off market from my account to your account.
No, but the ETF does not allow.
Pardon?
In ETF, you can off market you cannot transfer.
In EGR, it is allowed. Our circular clearly provides. It can be traded on market as well as off market.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, it is specifically provided because it is a security. It is a security under SCRA. So whatever is available for the security, the same features are available for this product.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Pardon?
जो एक्सचेंज में से डिलीवरी मिलेगी वो क्या गोल्ड हॉलमार्क किया हुआ ही रहेगा ताकि BIS की थर्ड पार्टी गारंटी रहेगी? यदि जो गोल्ड एक्सचेंज में से मिलेगा डिलीवरी में वो हॉलमार्क किया हुआ ही रहेगा, लेकिन
एक्सचेंज विल स्पेसिफाई द
स्टैंडर्ड नहीं, लेकिन हॉलमार्क किया हुआ रहेगा तभी उसका ऊपर थर्ड पार्टी गारंटी मिलती है। तो क्या आप हॉलमार्क करके ही दीजिएगा?
Sir, basically, it will not be, we cannot call it hallmark, but every exchange has its own standard of accepting the gold and converting it into EGR. Currently also exchanges are having their own standard. They have formulated standards to impel some refiners.
Correct.
And same things will continue to happen.
Yes, whatever
जब
gold
good
is
delivery
there, it has
bar
to go
जो है-
through the refiner. See, the gold cannot be deposited directly into the vault. The gold has to be taken to the accredited refiner. The refiner will convert into the specifications specified by the exchange, and then from the refiner it will come to the vault. The
Yeah.
refiner will carry and say that who is the owner of this gold. It is not that you and me can take the gold like this and give it to the vault.
आपकी बात एकदम सही है।
Yes,
गुड डिलीवरी बार के लिए हॉलमार्क होना जरूरी है।
ठीक है, we'll look into that. I'll check on that. I mean, I may not have an answer. So
BIS के गाइडलाइन में आप देख
I may not have an
Sir,
answer
let me-
for that immediately.
Important thing is, he has raised a question. Essentially, all exchanges are going to give a very proper standard, responsible sourcing, good delivery. His point is hallmarking part of good delivery. At the moment, hallmarking is not part of good delivery and it comes from refiners, but it is a very simple change with BIS, and once the EGR comes in, the industry has to sit together, make the BIS say, please extend hallmarking to bars house. That's all.
Just to
At the
add one
moment, no.
small point, in the interest of customer satisfaction, I think what Admira ji is saying, see today, sir, all the bullion bars, including MCX 1 gram contract, physically deliverable, it comes with a quality assurance with a assay certificate, and since it's 1 gram, that comes with a certicard. So the assay certificates as well as certicard or whatever it may be can be only of the exchange impaneled standard refiners, whether it is LBMA or Indian. As far as hallmark is concerned, it is not part of it as of now. It's not required.
Arshad ji, I'll answer your question. The gold which is coming from the refineries and deposited in exchange, all the refineries are BIS approved refineries. So, say hallmarking or not hallmarking, this BIS certification is already there because they are not only BIS, NABL approved refineries who will be producing that standard bars, whether 1 gram, 5 gram, 10 gram, and that will be deposited into the exchange. the local person will not be able to deposit directly.
रिफाइनरी हॉलमार्क रिकॉग्नाइज रिफाइनरी है, एनेबल एक्रीडेट रिफाइनरी है।
Yes.
तो हमारा कहने का यही उद्देश्य है कि जितनी रिफाइनरी यदि एक्सचेंज में जमा करती है गोल्ड, उसको हॉलमार्क करके दिया जावे, ताकि जो लेने वाले ज्वेलर्स वगैरह है, आपको कोई अलग से कुछ करना ही नहीं पड़ेगा, खाली आपको जस्ट हॉलमार्क करके देने से कस्टमर सेटिस्फेक्शन होगा।
साहब हॉलमार्किंग का जरूरत ही नहीं है। BIS अप्रूव्ड रिफाइनरी में हम जो बार बनाते हैं उसमें BIS का सिंबल लगाते ही हैं,
बस,
वो
that's
तो
all.
that
BIS
is
का
the symbol,
symbol ही है।
और हम उसका रॉयल्टी भी पेमेंट करते हैं
बस।
50 रुपया पर किलो
वही
हॉलमार्किंग।
चाहता हूँ कि
ऑलरेडी हॉलमार्क ही है।
तो यही बोल रहा हूँ, हॉलमार्क है, दैट्स ऑल।
Sir, can I ask one question?
Yes, sir.
Yes. No. Once the EGR comes in, not immediate, I am not giving a timeline. Once EGR comes in,
Normally, student ask the teacher, but teacher is asking the student.
no, it's important to know the mindset. Is it, can SEBI, I mean, let's assume EGR is well stabilized. Will the mutual funds be told, or any licensed entity be told that they cannot buy gold? They have to buy EGR, number one. Okay. Number two, banks are giving a lot of loans.
Yes.
And lending to a jewelry industry is considered a very high risk next to real estate for various reasons, because you can walk away with crores of rupees, etc. Now the question is, if they are told that you should only fund jewelers who will use the gold but will only go through EGR. Now, are these in the realm of your thinking is the question.
Absolutely. The second one, we have already done it.
Oh,
We have already written to RBI. We are having dialogue with them. We have told RBI to permit banks to trade in the stock exchange on EGR, as well as, like a warehouse receipt, accept EGR as a security against which loans can be given. Now, only thing, whether only against EGR loan can be given, or whatever is presently going on will be an additional avenue that we have not, because we have told them that EGR should be the main product, similar to warehouse receipts. As a farmer goes and gives the receipts, he are given loan. Same thing we are expecting to do that. And we are also encouraging people to pledge EGR and take loan also, not only from bank, even from the NBFC. Okay. So EGR, we want to market it as if it is as good as a equity share. Today you are holding a Reliance share or a Infosys share. Tomorrow if you hold a EGR, it should be as marketable as equity share of Reliance or a Infosys share. To that extent, we want to ensure the marketability of EGR is accepted. And the first one, whether the mutual fund should be mandated to trade, it has not been thought of. It's a very good idea. I will have to check with the concerned department. So
Sir,
we may have to
sure,
wait
sir.
for some.
And again, one more thing, we will obviously be engaged. Very important thing is, if EGR has to be used the way you are saying, somebody has to keep the gold in the vault.
Yes.
He's incurring a finance cost. Okay. So at some stage, again, not immediate, nothing is immediate. Once it is all done, we need to see what incentives you have to hold it in the vault. Yes, GST exemption is one big incentive, but there must be something else which probably, if I hold EGR and vaulted gold, maybe the cost of financing must be lower. Otherwise, what happens, sir, it will be very good.
Yes, yes.
But who is going to keep for 1 month an EGR and it is getting traded in the market, but who's going to hold it? So that is something probably we need to work on, sir.
Yes, sir, definitely. We will engage, and I have to definitely thank World Gold Council and IBJA, who have actually guided us on this. That's why I said he is the teacher. Honestly, when we started, we don't know anything. Even today, I don't know. I'm still in primary school only as far as this is concerned. But we learned all these things, and the person who is sitting on the NSC from E and all these people, IBJA, World Council, they all have actually engaged with SEBI, and that is how this product has been, so far the framework has been brought in. These suggestions will be definitely well taken, and SEBI will partner with you to take it forward, not the other way.
Thank you, sir.
That much I can assure you.
All right, I think this concludes the session. Thank you so much, sir. May I request you to please be in the middle of the stage, sir? we would like to present a small memento to you for sharing your wisdom, your presentation up here on the stage. Everyone, I think first and foremost, let's give a resounding round of applause to Mr. Sundaresan. He might term himself as a student as far as gold business is concerned, but definitely a most enthusiastic student, I must say. And sir, I would like to invite on stage Mr. Satish Bansal, the President of Association of Gold Refiners and Mint, AGRM, to present a memento to you. Big thank you, Mr. Sundaresan, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Bansal.